Good afternoon, friends, and welcome to Ultravision. So, this is 11th Science English Medium subject computer. Now, we are about to complete our chapter number 6, that is Basic Ubuntu Linux Commands. In the last lecture, we saw about tr command. tr means translate. So using -s with tr, we can convert any delimiter sign with any other delimiter. As we have seen in the last lecture, that whatever detail you have written in small letter, you can also convert it into capital letters. So now next command is grep command. Now you might have used some shortcut keys like Ctrl+F in Microsoft Word or Excel programs. Suppose you have written data in Microsoft Word, and now if you want to find out a particular word, then you can press Ctrl+F. When you press Ctrl+F, it will display a shortcut. It will display a dialog box where you can write the word which you want to find out from the entire document. And then when you press find button, it will find out the word from the entire document. So there, the find dialog box helps to find out a particular word from the file. Same way here grep command is there. So using grep command, we can find out any word from the document, means from the file created by us. So the grep command performs a similar operation from the command line interface. The command is based on the fundamental idea of search globally for a regular expression and display lines where instances are found. Actually, grep command is represented in G/RE/P, this type. So let's see how grep command works. We have already created address.txt file. Now let's find out the word Vidita from address.txt file. So our cloud shell we have started already. Now here, first of all, let's see address.txt file is there or not. So you can give ls command, it will show you list of files and directories. Now address file is there, so let's see the output. Cat address.txt. Okay, so file is there, contents are also there. Let's use grep command. So grep, then inside square bracket you have to write whatever detail you want to find out. So for example, Vidita, and there you have to include the file name also. For example, address.txt. So it will display the entire line where Vidita word is written. So this way we can find out any detail from file. Now there are several options available in grep command. One is -c. -c returns only the number of matches without quoting the text. Here c means count. So let's see. In the output, let's see where the Vidita word is written. Here in this output, you can see at the last line the Vidita word is written. So let's use grep command. Grep -c Vidita address.txt. So here it shows 1. It means from the file only once this word is written. So this way we can find out for how many times Vidita word is written. So here remember, C means count. Another is minus I. I means ignore case. Let's see. Now Vidita word we have written in small letters. First V we have written in capital. But remember, Java is case sensitive. So instead of writing exactly, if you write in small letters, then Linux will not be able to find out this word. So here Vidita, if we have written, if we are finding in small letters, then it will not be able to find out, because in file we have written V in capital. But if you want to ignore the case, then you can include minus I option. So press up arrow key, it will display the command again, and then write here minus I. So doesn't matter whether you have written in capital or small letters. If you want to find out the word, then you can include minus I option. Next is minus L. Returns only file names containing a match without quoting the text. So let's see. Grep minus L Vidita address.txt. So it will just display the file name. This can become helpful in a program. It means when we are writing a script in Linux, there if you want to display the file name, or if you want to store the file name in a variable, then you can use grep minus L option. Next is minus N. Return the line number of matched text. Let's see. Grep minus N Vidita file name. So here you can see it has included the line number also, means line number 6. On line number 6 this word has been written. Next is minus V. Minus V returns all the lines that do not match the text. So whatever text we have given, except that text, it will display all the results. So it will actually make the condition negative. So grep minus V Vidita address.txt, instead of that line it will display all the lines. Next is minus W. Return lines which display only whole words. Now say for example grep inside double inverted comma, we'll just find out VIDI and not the entire word from address.txt. So then also it will be able to find out. But if you want to match the entire word, then you have to give minus W. So if just VIDI word is there, then only it will be able to find out, otherwise it will not. So it will this way minus W helps to find out only the entire word and not the half portion. Minus O shows only the matched string. Let's see, minus O Vidita address.txt, then it will just display the word that we have to find out. So here output it shows Vidita, only Vidita. Now we can also include some wildcard characters here. Say for example let's find out JAL. So grep inside double inverted comma JAL dot star address dot txt. So in 2 lines JAL word is written and then at last I character is there. So it will find out the corresponding lines and it will display. These are the wild characters that we can use. For example, question mark. The preceding item is optional if it is optional and matched at most once only. Star is matched for 0 or more times. Plus it is matched for 1 or more items more times. Then n, there we have to include number actually. So the preceding item is matched exactly n number of times, means when whatever number you specify, for that number of times it will find out the output. N comma, the preceding item is matched n or more number of times. Comma m, the preceding item is matched at most m number of times, means maximum m number of times. N comma m, the preceding item is matched at least n number of times but not more than m number of times. So these are the options that you can use in your Linux operating system. Now remember, grep command is used to find out details from the file, whereas if you want to find out a particular file, then you can use find command. So let's see how find command works. Find minus name. Now if you want to find out name of a file, then you have to use minus name option, and then you have to give any particular name. For example, find minus name intro star. It means it will find out all the file name. It will find out all the files having intro as name inside it. So you can see in the output it shows intro1, intro, introduction.txt, introduction. All the files having intro word inside it will find out. So let's see this example. Find minus name we have to give, and then any word, for example intro star. But actually remember, we don't have any file having intro word, so it will not display any result. But we have written file names using SNR keyword, SNR word. So find minus name SNR star. So here you can see in the output it shows India, Gujarat, SNR, SNR1 file is there, SNR1, SNR2. These are the files having SNR word. Now there are a few options that you can use. Find slash minus type D. See, this forward slash means root directory. So search all directory and subdirectory available on root. So actually it will find out from the entire hard disk. Minus type D, it means it will find out directories. Previously we have seen that in the output of ls minus l, D shows directory and minus shows file names. So if you want to find out directories, then you have to give minus type D. Then next is find dot. See, remember, dot represents current directory and double dot represents parent directory. So here dot is given, it means from current directory. Minus m time minus 1. So search objects modified within the past 24 hours. Same way, if you use plus 1, then it will find out modified files having modified for more than 48 hours ago. So before 48 hours ago, the files which are modified, it will show you. Find ./dir1 ./dir2. It means here you have to include directory names. Minus name, it means it will find out file name. Which file? Script.sh file. So it will find out script.sh file from given directories. Find minus size 0 minus delete. Now this is minus size option. It means it will find out files having 0 size, and minus delete option is given. It means it will also delete such files. Find minus executable. Search for the executable file in the current directory. So where executable permission is there, it will find out such files. Let's see, there is one file that we have given permission executable. So find minus, you have to write the entire word, remember. So actually all these are executable files, but let's go to India directory, cd India, and there we will give this command. So here it shows all the names having executable permission. Now find /home. It means it will find out from home directory. Minus user Jagat. It means it will find out all the files having owner as Jagat. Here Jagat is the name of the user, name of the login, as here we have Mayur Gadvi 5 as login name. Same way it will find out all the files created by Jagat user. Find dot means from current directory minus perm. Perm means permission 664. As we have studied this code, 6 means 110. It means read write permissions, but execute permission is not there. And this is for user. Next 6 is for group and 4 is for other users. 4 means 100. It means only read permission is there for other users and not W and execute permission. So this way we can find out specific permission for a file. Now the last portion in this chapter, running commands as the super user. In an operating system there are two types of users. One is known as administrator and other users are normal users. So administrator user have all the permission. When you log into your computer, the account you use in a regular user account, this account has limited rights, means normal users. The security model of Ubuntu generally allows you to work as a normal user. Not providing administrative rights prevents any accidental changes or installation of malicious programs that may disturb functioning of this system. So if you enter as normal user, it means you don't have full permission. So when you don't have permission, you cannot install any program directly. So ultimately it helps to automatically get installed some malicious programs. But many times the user may need to have administrative privileges. But suppose you are in normal user login and you need to install a particular program. The administrative privileges are available to only a user known as super user. To use the super user account, when using the terminal, we need to add sudo as a prefix to the command that we want to execute. So there are few commands that can be executed from super user only, but doesn't matter if you are working in normal user, then also using sudo command you can execute these commands. But remember, you must have super user password, otherwise you cannot install it. So without going to super user, you can install a particular program. For example, execute the following command to install a new program called Skype from command line. So if you want to install Skype program from command line using normal user, then you have to use command sudo apt-get install Skype. But remember, when you execute this command, it will ask for password, that is super user's password. So provide the password of super user. This password is the password of the first user that you added when you installed Ubuntu Linux on the computer. So when you install Ubuntu Linux, it first creates administrative user, means super user, and then from super user you can create several normal users. Once the user is authenticated as sudo by means of terminal, the software will start installing. Once the installation is over, we can start using the software. Now there are few other commands that we can use from super user only, that is add user. It means to add normal user, to create normal user. The add user command creates a new user on the system. So using this add user command, you can add new user. For that you have to give sudo add user and then username. Passwd. The passwd command, when executed as a super user, allows us to change the password of any valid user of the system. So after passwd, you can include any username to change its password. Who is the name of command. The who command, when executed, displays the list of all the users that are presently logged into the machine. When Linux is installed in several computers as network operating system, say suppose in 50 computers Linux operating system is installed in a network, then in the server, if you write who command, then it will show you the list of users that have started using machine. So it displays current working users. Add group. The add group command adds a new group. The users are normally divided into groups so that they can be better controlled. So we can create a group and we can make members of we can make several users as members of that group. Now similarly, you can also delete user and group. So del user is a command that is used to delete a user from the system, and same way if you want to remove the group, then you have to use del group command. But actually these commands are for super user. So you have to use these commands from super user account, otherwise you can use sudo command and then command name. So this chapter is over. Now in the next chapter we have to study Linux shell script, how to create Linux program. So today we will keep up to this. Thank you.